So, good morning, student, once again. And today we will be continuing with our chapter life process, which we were discussing during the offline class. And let me first share my screen with you all. Yes. Okay. Fine. Now, students, during our offline class, we were discussing the process of the nutrition. And in the process of nutrition, in which step we were there? Anyone, just raise your hand. We are discussing which step of the nutrition in the human being. Anyone raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Which step we are discussing? Okay, Harsh. Unmute yourself, Harsh.
Digestion, sir.
Digestion. Very good. Yes, correct. It's digestion. Very good. So altogether, the process of the nutrition in human being is divided into 5 steps. We have discussed. The first step was ingestion. The second step is digestion. Digestion is to be broadly discussed under the 3 subheadings or 3 parts: mouth, stomach, and small intestine. Mouth we discussed, stomach also we discussed, and now the small intestine. We said the small intestine receive secretion from 2 important glands of the body. Okay, 2 important glands of the body. And what are those glands? Yes, 2 important glands of the body, and the 2 glands are liver and pancreas. The 2 glands are liver, liver, and we have pancreas. Okay, so these are the 2 associated glands, digestive glands. From liver we discussed that bile juice comes. And what is the function of bile juice? Anyone? Today only during the offline class we have discussed. What is the function of the bile juice? Anyone? Okay, Aditi, unmute yourself, Aditi.
Bile juice converted acidic medium of the food into alkaline medium so that pancreatic can act on it. And the second point is it brings about emulsification of fat.
Very good. That is definitely the bile juice has 2 important functions. First, it converts the acidic medium of the food coming from intestine into the alkaline medium so that pancreatic juice can act on it. And also it emulsifies fat. Emulsification is the process where large fat molecule will be converted into the smaller globules. Now, the small intestine receives secretion from pancreas. From pancreas, actually, there are 3 important secretions. 3 important secretions. First, the pancreatic amylase. First is the pancreatic amylase. Pancreatic amylase. Now, student, from the name pancreatic amylase, what can be the function of this? What can be the function of pancreatic amylase? If we are talking about the amylase group of enzyme, then amylase group of enzyme will be able to do which function? Anyone? Because already we have discussed salivary amylase. Amylase will digest. Okay, Kunal. Unmute yourself, Kunal. Yes, Kunal, unmute yourself. I have given you the option. Okay, maybe some network issue, no problem. Okay, leave it.
Sir,
Yes, Kunal.
sir, it breakdown starts into
Okay, it breaks down the starch. So starch digestion begin in mouth, and now the starch digestion will be completed in the small intestine with the help of the enzyme called pancreatic amylase. Okay. Now, so one enzyme is a pancreatic amylase. Now the second one is trypsin. Okay. The second one is trypsin. Just a The second one is trypsin. As you can see in the image also, we have given. Okay. The second one is trypsin. Trypsin digests protein and the lipase ultimately digests the emulsified fat. So what are the three components of the pancreatic juice? Pancreatic amylase that breaks the starch. So finally, the starch digestion is completed in small intestine. Then we have the trypsin. The trypsin breaks the protein and the lipase digests the emulsified fat. Now, after this, student, remember that in our intestine, there are intestinal juice, okay, which will convert the different components of the food into their final product. What are the different component of the food? The different component of the food are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. So the carbohydrate is broken down into glucose, the fat into fatty acid and glycerol, and the protein into amino acids. So these are the end product of digestion. Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Through the chat box, you can give me the reply. So students, once again, the small intestine received secretion from two associated digestive glands of the body. They are the liver and the pancreas. From the liver, the small intestine receives bile juice. The bile juice brings about emulsification of fat, and also it converts the acidic medium of the food coming from small intestine into alkaline medium. Next is your pancreatic juice. From pancreas, the small intestine receives pancreatic juice, and this pancreatic juice has three components: pancreatic amylase, trypsin, and lipase. So what is the function of the pancreatic amylase? They break the starch present in the food. So finally, the starch digestion is completed in small intestine. Trypsin digests protein and lipase digest emulsified fat. And finally, the end product of digestion is protein into amino acids, carbohydrate into glucose, and fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Now it is clear. Before, yes, Akanksha, that you will rename before joining the class, because now after joining the class, I have disabled that. Okay. Next day you will do, no problem. So now, Arpita, is it clear to you? Arpita, is it clear to you now? Yes, Arpita, I'm waiting for your response. Okay, fine, I got your response. Okay. So with this student, the process of digestion is completed. So in the process of nutrition in human being, till now, how many steps we have completed? The two steps which we have completed are: number one, ingestion, and number two, digestion. These two steps we have completed. Okay, ingestion and digestion. But still, 3 steps are remaining. 3 steps are still there. So once again, let me ask you that how much you have taken into account the process of digestion. Let me ask you individually. Okay, one by one. Yes. Gargi, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Gargi, what is digestion? How we can define digestion?
It is the process by which complex food is broken down into simpler substance
Okay,
or
the
simpler form.
simpler form. Fine, good. Aditi, unmute yourself. Aditi, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Aditi, tell me digestion into how many parts we will be studying digestion? We have already studied. I'm doing a recapitulation. Into how many parts we have studied?
In 3 parts: mouth, stomach, and the small intestine.
Very good. Mouth, stomach, and small intestine. Okay, Aditi, you can unmute yourself. You can mute yourself now. Now, next is Harsh. Harsh, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Harsh, can you briefly discuss that what happened to the process of digestion in case of mouth? What happened to the process of digestion in case of mouth?
In mouth, the salivary gland is present. From salivary gland, is secretes saliva, which
Okay.
contains enzyme salivary amylase.
Okay. Fine.
The salivary amylase breaks the starch present on the food.
Okay. Breaks the starch present in our food. Okay. Now the food enters into.
And hence the stomach.
From mouth, directly the food will enter into stomach or through any other part it will go through.
Esophagus.
Very good. Okay, Harsh, thank you. Very good. Now, next, Ayush. Ayush, unmute yourself. Ayush, unmute yourself. Yes, Ayush, I think not audible. Okay. Ishu Kumar Singh, unmute yourself, Ishu.
Yes, sir.
Ishu, you tell me, the food passes through the esophagus and goes into our stomach. Then there is a special name of that movement due to the sphincter muscle present in the esophagus. What is the name of that special muscle? Sphincter muscle. And
Sorry,
what is
sir.
the name? What is the name of that process? Movement.
So tomorrow I am not attend the class.
Okay, tomorrow you were not there in the class. Okay, no problem. Okay, Akanksha, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. The movement is known as peristalsis movement or peristalsis.
Very good. It is called peristalsis movement. And now the food will enter into the stomach. Now, who can discuss briefly that what is the process of digestion in the stomach? Anyone? What is the process of digestion in stomach? Okay. What is the process of, okay, Aditi, very fast. Okay, good. Unmute yourself, Aditi.
Yes, sir. Now the food is entered in the stomach. The stomach has gastric gland that secretes gastric juice. This gastric juice contains HCl, mucus, and pepsin. HCl
Okay.
has 2 functions. It kills any bacteria present in the food. Second,
Very
it
good.
provides acidic medium for the intact pepsin. Mucus protects the stomach wall from the action of HCl. Now, pepsin is a protein digestion enzyme. So, protein digestion begins in the stomach. Now,
Okay.
food is in the small intestine.
Very good. Very well explained, Aditi. Good. And
Thank you, sir.
now, okay, yes. Good, Aditi. You can mute yourself. Now, Kunal. Kunal, unmute yourself, Kunal.
Yes, sir.
Kunal, you tell me that in the small intestine receives secretion from two important glands of the body. One is a liver, another is a pancreas. So what happened from the secretion which the small intestine receive from the liver?
The liver secretes bile juice, and bile juice converts acidic medium of the food into alkaline medium, and it brings about emulsification of fat molecules.
Okay, well explained, Kunal. Very good. So now, student, uh, after completing the two steps of nutrition in the human being, now we will enter into the third step. The third step is absorption. The third step is absorption. For that, let me share my slide with you all. My next slide. Now, student, this is very, very important part. Okay. The small intestine has numerous, the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections. Okay. Suppose, student, let me once draw this part also. Suppose this is a tube. I have drawn a tube like this. Okay. This is a straight tube. And suppose another tube I am drawing like this with a finger-like projections. You see my screen? Yes. Now, students, you tell me the surface area will be maximum in which type of tube? The first one or the bottom one? The surface area will be maximum for which? First one or this one, the bottom one? Through the chat box, you reply. I said you, suppose there are two tubes. Okay. One has the structure like this, and the another has the structure like this. Okay. So which tube? You can see my screen also. Fine, good. The first one, correct. The first one. Yes, that is why the wall of the small intestine is projected into numerous finger-like projections. Numerous finger-like projection, and these projections are called villi. You can see over here. And this villi increases the surface area for absorption of the food. So that is why this part is very, very important. That means the food is digested, and now where the digested food will go? Through absorption by the villi, and this villi contain the blood cells, blood vessels, which take the absorbed food to all the body cells. And it is in the body cell that respiration will occur, the food will be oxidized, and energy will be liberated out. Is it clear, absorption? Absorption step is clear to all? Through the chat box, you give me the reply. Absorption step is clear to all? Okay. Okay. Some of you have said okay, and some of you have said that once again. Okay. See, students, the wall of the small intestine, let me show you with the help of this image also. The wall of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections. Okay. Numerous finger-like projection, and these projections are called villi. Okay, so at a glance, you will see the tube, the small intestine, but when the microscopic view, we will see this is the real view. The small intestine has numerous finger-like projection, and this finger-like projection increases the surface area of absorption of the food. So the food will be absorbed from the small intestine into the blood vessels. This villi is remains surrounded by the blood vessels. Okay, the villi remains surrounded by the blood vessel. So through the villi, the food will be absorbed by the small intestine, from the small intestine into the blood. And the blood, from the blood vessels, through the blood, the food material, the absorbed and the digested food material will go to the body cell, where the fourth step will occur. And what is the name of the fourth step? Assimilation. What is assimilation? The utilization of energy from the digested food. Is it clear to all now? Now it is clear? Okay. Yes, shall we? It is flexible. Okay, good. And the fourth step, what is the name of the fourth step? We just said the name of the fourth step is assimilation. The name of the fourth step is assimilation. And what do you mean by assimilation? Assimilation is a process of utilization of the energy from the digested food. So student, all the process of digestion, absorption, assimilation is done, and the last step is the fifth one is egestion. What is egestion? The undigested food material will be given out through the anus. This is called egestion. Is it clear to all? And through which part the undigested material will come out? It is through the anus. Okay. Just a moment. Let me bring the diagram of human alimentary canal. Okay, students. So with this, the entire process of the nutrition in the human being is completed. Okay, so let us discuss an overall view regarding the process of the nutrition in the human being. So you will let me interact with you all one by one. I will ask questions from you all. Okay, Harsh, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Harsh, tell me total how many steps we have discussed in the process of the nutrition in human being.
5 steps, sir.
What are those 5 steps? You name them.
Ingestion, second digestion, third absorption, fourth assimilation, and fifth egestion.
Very good. Next, Kunal. Unmute yourself, Kunal.
Yes, sir.
Kunal, what is ingestion and where it occurs? You can see the diagram. I have highlighted the image also.
Sir, the process of taking in food into mouth with the help of hand is known as ingestion.
Breaking down, pardon, once again, Kunal.
In food into mouth with the help of hand is called
Breaking of food in mouth. Does teeth brings about chemical digestion or only physical digestion of the food?
it brings about physical digestion.
Physical digestion, very good. Now, After ingestion, okay, Kunal, you can mute yourself. Next question is for Payal. Payal, unmute yourself, Payal. Payal, unmute yourself. Payal, I've given you the option, unmute yourself. Okay, I think some technical issue. Okay, Pranav. Pranav, unmute yourself. Pranav, unmute yourself. So some of the students are hesitating to answer during online class. It should not be there. Okay, you should feel free, no problem. Okay, Akanksha.
Yes, sir.
Akanksha, after ingestion, what will happen? Akanksha, after ingestion, what will happen? You can unmute yourself.
Sir, after ingestion, the process of digestion takes place.
Okay. Then what happened in the initial digestion in the mouth?
The in mouth, the saliva juice. In saliva juice, the enzyme saliva amylase is present, which breaks the food. Breaks down the food.
Which food salivary amylase breaks?
So the food that we take in to our mouth.
Now, which component of the food? Because food especially we will...
Starch.
Very
Starch.
good. Yes, the carbohydrate. Yes,
Starch.
correct. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, next. After this, next. Yes, Gargi, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now, Gargi, what will happen to the food? In mouth, salivary amylase is breaking the starch. Now, what will happen to that food?
Now the food goes into the esophagus, and esophagus has a sphincter-like muscles,
Okay.
and it show the property of expansion and contraction, and this process is called peristalsis or peristaltic.
Peristalsis or peristaltic movement. Okay, fine, good. Next, Arpita. Unmute yourself, Arpita.
Yes, sir.
Arpita, after peristalsis, the food is entering into stomach. What happened to the process of digestion in stomach?
In stomach, there is a gastric gland is present, and that gastric gland will secrete the gastric juice.
Okay.
And the gastric juice contains HCl, mucus, pepsin.
Pepsin. Okay. Tell the function of HCl,
And,
mucus, and pepsin.
HCl kills the bacteria present in the food, and it also provides the acidic medium for the perispin enzyme.
Pepsin enzyme. Pepsin is a protein
Pepsin
digesting enzyme. It requires acidic medium, and HCl provides that acidic medium. Fine.
And the mucus protects the our stomach from the acidic acid, that is HCl.
Okay, and pepsin?
Pepsin is a digestive enzyme that helps us to digest our food in the stomach, and
Which food?
from there.
Which food? Protein, pepsin will digest which component of the food? You said
Protein.
digest food. Which component of the food?
It will digest the protein.
Very good. Yes, very good. Correct. Okay. This time, yes, Yuvraj. Yuvraj, unmute yourself. Yuvraj, unmute yourself. Yes, Yuvraj, unmute yourself. See, the moment I have asked questions, interacted, many of them have left the class. Okay, Yuvraj, unmute yourself. Okay. Okay, Aditi, once again, Aditi, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Aditi, what happened to the food which is coming in the small intestine from liver? What is being added to the small intestine and what is their role?
So it is a secretion from liver and pancreas. From liver, small intestine receive bile juice. Bile juice has two functions. Bile juice convert acidic medium of the food into alkaline medium so that the pancreatic can act on it. And the second one is it brings about emulsification of fat.
Okay, okay, good. Now yes, Akanksha. Akanksha want to ask something. Let me unmute her. Yes, Akanksha, unmute yourself. You want to ask
Yes,
something?
sir.
Yes, Akanksha.
Yes, sir. No, sir. I don't want to ask something.
Oh, so you don't want to ask, you want to. Okay, Akanksha, you tell me then, what is the function of the three components which are present in the pancreatic juice? This question is for you, Akanksha. What are the three components of the food present? What are the three components present in the pancreatic juice and what are their function? Oh,
Sir,
yes.
repeat the question.
I asked, what are the three components of the pancreatic juice and what are their function?
Pancreatic juice में तीन components.
What are the three components?
Three components. Pancreatic juice में three components नहीं होते हैं, वो होता है ना trypsin और lipase enzyme.
Okay, Harsh also want to answer. Just a moment. Aditi also. First, I would like to give. Okay, Harsh, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Harsh, answer.
ये pancreas तीन components are trypsin, lipase, and pancreatic amylase.
What are their function, Harsh?
Trypsin helps in digestion of proteins. Lipase helps in breaking of emulsified fats.
Okay.
And pancreatic amylase helps in digestion of fat.
Very good. Okay, good. And now, after this digestion, the end products, the food will be absorbed. And what is the name of the structure present in the small intestine that helps in absorption, increases the surface area of absorption? Quickly raise your hand. Okay. All the students. Okay. Akanksha.
So will I like projection?
Villi, which is a finger-like projection.
Finger-like
Okay.
projection.
Good.
That finger-like projection is known as villi.
Yes, correct. Very good. And ultimately, the food, after being digestion, the absorption is done. The food will be assimilated. That is what is assimilation, Arpita? Arpita, what is assimilation? Just now we discussed.
Yes, sir.
Assimilation, Arpita.
Assimilation is the process by which the digested food is absorbed.
Okay,
and,
utilization of energy.
absorbed and
Okay.
yes, sir.
Students, our class is going to end. And in our next class, students, we will be starting the next live process, that is respiration. Today's assignment for you all, definitely in the class also I have given you prepare the taught portion. So up to the process of nutrition, you will prepare yourself. Fine? Is it okay? Okay. Okay, thank you students for today's class. Thank you all.